Squirrels! So hello, and welcome to another Legends of Runeterra video. My name is Chris, and today we will be returning with Burn. We are going to see if this kind of deck can be revived with the changes to Funsmith that potentially slightly changes the deck a bit. You know, as soon as I saw Funsmith get buffed, I mentioned that it was one of my favorite cards in that video of the patch. And so, you know, yesterday we saw an Ezreal Funsmith deck that I think is actually a lot of fun, and you can probably go check that one out. I think it's both pretty solid and pretty fun. But today we're going to go in a bit of a different direction, and we're going to try out just full Burn. Now, as I mentioned, it's a bit different to sort of the old Burn. It's running obviously a lot of the same cards, even ones, you know, like these two that got nerfed since those days. But because we're running Funsmith, it gives us more ability to run things like 3 Static Shock, even stuff like a Death's Hand, which normally, you know, you wouldn't see because they might be considered a bit slow. Static Shock, I know, made its way into the deck maybe as a one-off back in the day, but these would normally be considered a bit too slow for what the deck is ultimately trying to do. But because we have Funsmith, you know, we can afford to go later on with some of these spells. And, you know, if we do find a Funsmith, then just sort of plonk one down and, you know, potentially even play more as the control player against other certain aggressive decks. You know, we can be more flexible with it because of the inclusion of something like Funsmith. And so, yeah, I think this is, you know, perhaps an even more interesting deck than it used to be because you can be a bit more flexible with it. I might need to try different stuff out. You know, at the moment, this is a championless deck. It's sort of reminiscent of Burn of old. But, you know, whether I was considering Jinx, and I'm still maybe am considering Jinx, you know, the deck might need to change a little bit for Jinx, but we're going to see. And I'm pretty excited to go check this one out. So let's see how it does in some games. Can we burn people's face down? Obviously, the goal here most of the time is to just get people pretty low, then play like a Funsmith, and then obviously just play all the spells in the world and destroy your opponent's face. So let's go into some games and see how we do. So the first deck we see is Ezreal Swain. Now, I'll be real with you. I think Ezreal Swain isn't that great of a deck. I know a lot of people are trying it, but in my personal experience, you know, playing with the Ezreal's Shadow Isles version, I just found it to be pretty lackluster. Grenadier. Obviously, we want the 1-drop. Boomcrew could be nice for getting that attack in. Grenadier. I guess we'll keep it. You know, we can potentially try and just overwhelm them with the units early. See how that goes. I like this draw as well. You know, just develop as much as we can early on. We get an attack in here. If the game will let me. Yeah, we do get an attack in here. My game is being a bit slow. I'm not sure if anyone else is experiencing this. I'm pretty sure it is just the game client. It's just every action is just a bit delayed. We find a Funsmith as well. So here I think we probably want to go Grenadier. And now I obviously expect something. What I didn't want to do there is play Boomcrew into a Thermo Beam. We will be going next turn, probably Precious Pet into Boomcrew. There. Ooh, that's good. That I find intriguing. Now, as I say, we will be developing here. I think we probably always want to develop somewhat. He could go for a Static Shock here. That would be actually pretty fine. Sentry, obviously, a bit annoying. So instead, what I think I'll do here is this. He could have a Thermo Beam, but I will go for this. I think you would Thermo Beam this Precious Pet on turn 1. Just a straight flock. Okay, well, we got rid of a flock there. We do obviously lose this as well. But it's good to know still. We're going to get in 2 damage here. And so, depending on what he does, I think I will just drop Boomcrew. Now he could do a lot of stuff to this, but we're kind of forcing a response right now. Gotcha was the one that I kind of expected, but that's actually fine as well, because Gotcha obviously is costing him all its mana again. Now obviously we will just open attack this time. And if he wants to, you know, use a static shock or something, we would probably welcome that. Or a Death's Hand, that's fine. Anything that isn't going on our Funsmith, probably better for us than him. So he has no way of killing this Funsmith this turn, which is going to give us options here for these spells as well. Another Funsmith. We're kind of hoping he plays a unit first. Any unit is fine. Swain obviously would be a bit problematic. Some people just get everything they could ever want, I guess. So what am I going to do here then? I guess I will go for Static Shock first. Our Funsmith is probably going to die because of Swain here. So it looks like that probably will have to be the case. I don't want to use this just yet. I think we can go in for this now. Got a Thermo Beam as well. Wow, this guy. Okay, how are we winning this game then? That's a good question. I guess I'll start off with you. See what he does. Okay, that's fine. And I probably have to drop you right now. Now if you want to go Flock here, that's fine as well. So we could probably just pass. Well, that ain't good. Okay, how am I living? I can deal 2 to you. Then I'd need what? Like something off the top. The very tippy top. I guess we'll pass and wait and see. We go down to 10. Find another Decimate. 7. Yeah, this is lethal, I think. Well, if I block here, going down to exactly 0 at this point. In fact, I should block here, right? And then kill this here. It leaves me on 2. I just have to hope he doesn't have, like, I have to hope his hand is basically like Flock. And obviously not get excited, Mystic Shot. I have to hope he's got like Thermo Beams. That kind of thing. Obviously I have to play a Decimate here. But you know, if that is what his hand is. Okay, one's an Ezreal. So we need him to have like a very specific hand of like Flock. Is Ezreal, does it have to be enemy units? Ah, see, this is not a good draw. I don't think I should play any units. Obviously if these are units, then that's fine. I think he's got it here. So he Flocks himself, which puts him down on 1. And now we have to hope that this isn't a spell, or a Thermo Beam, or something. Okay, we might have a chance. Here we go. Oh no! No. Oh, so close, so close. Okay, dragons. Still don't think dragons are very good, but that's hopefully something that we can go just a little bit quicker than. Noxing further could actually be okay for something like Fiora. Because we know he is playing the Fiora version, these kind of become a bit worse. We kind of want a 1-drop as well. Didn't get a 1-drop, but okay. Okay, we did get a 1-drop. And 1-drop in this matchup is normally pretty good. Because they don't normally have... They might play Solari Soldier, but I think that's the only one they ever would play. And so... we get off with a quick Legion Saboteur, and this could be pretty good for us. Precious Pet as well.
We wear red to honor the fallen.
That's interesting. So I could go Precious Pet here. Kind of, you know, he wouldn't have a great trade. I definitely want to play something. I don't want to give him that better trade. So yeah, I'll play the Pet. He's just going to take that trade. That's fine. I could have passed as well, I suppose. But then he could, you know, potentially pass and not give us a decent chance there. So we potentially could be expecting a Fiora here. So what's best if we're expecting a Fiora? We could open attack. We could play Grenadier. That's probably the most tempting option. Rookie. If I play Rookie, then that is just sort of halting my progress, I guess. So I think I will just have to go for the open attack. The threat of Fiora is too big, and we actually could potentially lose to something like Fiora, so I'm not going to take that risk. I will now play the Legion Grenadier. So it could be Shyvana we're about to see, which could be okay.
The prophecies ring true.
It's certainly interesting. So I think I'll go for this. Or will I? Will I just wait and further? He could have single combat as well. I guess it doesn't really matter. I guess we can go for this.
Make the Empire proud. We are nothing.
Really?
Death doesn't scare me.
Okay. I think I should block this. Maybe I should have blocked it with this. Yeah, that was just a mistake. What am I doing? But him not having the cost reduction, I think, is in my favor, right? Now, I'm pretty sure his pause there was for a single combat. But I think we have to take that risk. Okay. See, a development here could be pretty big.
Explosives primed.
Because if I play this into Funsmith,
Save your world.
we could potentially get off a
With
pretty
blades.
big damage turn here. Now, I would have thought he would have used single combat before.
Give me a weapon.
There
I'll
wasn't
give
really
you
a
power.
reason not to. So unless he drew it right there, yeah. So I'll just play these two and just attack with both. So this is dealing 2, this is dealing 3.
Such
Which is
unrefined.
obviously pretty good for us.
Time to go.
So he's down on 7. You know, obviously I'd like something like a spell here, really. Okay, further again. Could be pretty nice.
I will try me.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Battle.
Drawing the second fervor actually might be pretty good if he goes for something like Concerted Strike. Whoa. Well, that helps me as well, because now I can do this.
Reporting for duty.
Deal the extra damage.
For the glory of Noxus.
He goes down to 4. And now with these 2 fervors we should be good. He still hasn't shown us anything in terms of that. So we should be good here to just deal 4. And even if he does have single combat, we've got the second one as well. There we go. Funsmith coming in big. Oh, now I have to watch Fiora level up. Well, that felt really good. That felt, you know, pretty strong. Ooh, Targon Jinx. Interesting. I guess I kind of like Funsmith. How aggressive is that deck gonna be? I think I'll keep the Funsmith, but get rid of everything else. Rookie on 2 could be good. He could have like Mounting Goat.
The journey is difficult.
Has Gift Giver. I'm gonna risk it here. The damage is the same. Like if he plays Mountain Goat and he trades into the pet, obviously I'll be happy either way. If he doesn't have Mountain Goat, then obviously this is the correct play. Even if he has Pale Cascade and he can't get the draw, that's actually beneficial to us as well. A Mystic Shot is also pretty fine. I'm pretty happy if he's, you know, wasting resources on stuff like that. And we still got our attack in anyway.
A little luck for those who
Another Gift Giver. We'll probably just pass this turn, play Funsmith next turn. So I don't really care about that. I think we will just open attack here. Two more damage. Always feels nice.
stands for Jinx.
Jinx.
It's not exactly legal, but it is exactly awesome.
Do I want to get rid of Jinx? Probably. Use a gem there. 1 mana? I don't think there's anything you could do for 1 mana. I mean, even if you had like Pale Cascade, this was still going to kill it. Yeah, okay. Now these Static Shocks, obviously with Funsmith, are going to be pretty good. Jinx is... I mean, I don't really know exactly what this deck is. But I imagine that Jinx is sort of the key threat. See if there's another Jinx here. Like this I don't mind. I mean, I guess we're only going to trade either way, so I probably might as well. I could have stacked there. Let's play Grenadier now. I'll get my use out of that. Maybe I should have used Static the turn before. Well, he could have played this anyway and punished us, so you always kind of want to be reactionary there. And, you know, now we've got this open attack. Ooh. Yeah, I still think you want to open attack here.
This is not the way. Rules are made to be broken.
Man has another Jinx. Okay, well, we'll static it. See what we pick up. A Death's Hand. Pretty nice. He could have Bastion here. Guiding Touch, Pale Cascade. So I think we will just end the round. Whilst this Jinx isn't in threat of leveling up, and he doesn't want to level up yet, we will just do that. Now, if his last card is Rummage, I'm pretty sure, did you play this from the left then?
No one's the wiser.
Whoa. So I can do this now, knowing that most of his options Static Shock will deal with anyway. Even if it levels up, which she will. Oh, and Pale Cascade. Wow. Wow. So he finds the literal perfect. And this better not. If this is a 1-mana card, I'm going to absolutely lose my rag. I guess I'll use Static here. Here, we're taking 7. Could block this out. Kind of like that as well. He's down on 7. We have to open attack here, unfortunately. Otherwise, Jinx's Rocket will kill this anyway.
Now it's a party.
So we do have to just do that. Puts him down. I mean, can he kill this? Obviously, he got a bunch of random cards. If he lets this through, I think we should win. If he picks up exactly Jury Rig off the top, that's not one of the random cards, that was the one he drew. Then of course he should be fine. He goes face there with a Get Excited. He's gonna get a Death Rocket as well. And I have to hope and pray that my top deck is a card that can deal damage. So he's going to rocket on his first action. So I just need any draw of Static Shock, Mystic Shock, Get Excited, Death's Hand, Fervor. We have a lot of options. Because this is dealing 5, so he's on 1. So unless... I mean, I should keep this in case it is Get Excited. Oh, it's on the other side of Jinx. Oh, this is why University of Piltover is not that good. We drew Decimate, of course we did. He rummages, he's looking for any of his own face damage, which he very well could have. I'd still say he's probably slightly favored. Sketcher.
Spilled paint is just accident.
Now hold on. If I... Do I go for it now? What's the downside of just going for it now? What do I lose to now that I wouldn't later on? I don't think there is one. Oh, we got there. Oh my god. Woo! We got there.